If you think Disney World is just for children and families, think again. Some elite experiences will cost you a pretty penny to partake in. Only a handful of celebrities have ever been invited to stay at Disney World's secret Cinderella Suite, where they were allegedly given a shocking gift. But more on this later. First, let's explore one of the finest restaurants, Victoria and Albert's, which is located at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. As of 2024, it is the very first American theme park to boast a restaurant with a Michelin star, and for good reason. Every evening, there is just one seating, and while the food might be the star of the show, every guest is given the royal treatment. According to the maitre d'hotel Israel Perez, the staff makes sure to commit every diner's name to memory. By asking all of the important questions before the guests even arrive, the staff can prepare for their every need, thereby ensuring an organic experience that does not feel like a transaction. The cherry on top? You get to listen to a live harp player while dining. Behind the scenes of the fluid and well-planned service, servers are always on their game and are ready to answer any question about the food and the many ingredients of every dish. But if you plan on returning, you might be surprised by the change in menu. You see, around every 3 months, the chef switches up the menu. According to the current chef de cuisine in 2024, Chef Matthew Sowers says, "We're always trying to allow for the ingredients to drive the menu. They're a moment in time that you capture, and you showcase that to the guests that maybe haven't had an opportunity to enjoy that before." So, what might a unique experience like this cost? At Victoria and Albert's, there are 3 sections of the restaurant, and depending on where you sit, the price will differ. For instance, in the main dining room, the prix fixe menu costs $295 per person. Then, there is the Queen Victoria room, which is a bit more private, and stands at $375 per person. But that's not even the most expensive option. If you want to eat where the elite few dine at the restaurant, you would have to sit at the chef's table. Here, there is only room for 6 special diners, who have paid $425 each. However, this allows them to watch the chefs at work and even interact with them. Although most guests stay for around 3 hours, they are, of course, welcome to stay longer if they please. In fact, the restaurant will always adhere to the guest's timeline. For instance, on rare occasions, they even host people for as long as 7 hours. But if you're planning on dining at Victoria and Albert's, make sure to plan your outfit in advance. Their website outlines a strict dress code. Victoria and Albert's is an exquisite and intimate upscale dining experience and the culinary crown jewel of Walt Disney World Resort. Guests are expected to dress accordingly in semi-formal/formal attire that respects the restaurant's elegant and opulent aesthetic. If you make reservations at Victoria and Albert's, you can enjoy the convenience of valet parking, which is included with your meal. It's also extremely close to the theme park, which can be reached by monorail or ferry. However, as luxurious as dining here seems, it still isn't the most exclusive place to visit. At several Disneyland parks, there is an elite club known as Club 33, and you can only get in if you're a member. But what makes this club so fascinating is that it's utterly drenched in secrecy. The original Club 33 opened at Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California, in 1967. Today, the average guest would likely pass its unassuming entrance and never even realize it. Back when Walt Disney was still alive and kicking, he faced a bit of a problem. He simply had too many VIPs and not enough room to host them all. Therefore, Club 33 was the answer to entertaining all of Disneyland's important corporate sponsors. But that wasn't all. Unfortunately, Walt Disney didn't live to see the debut of Club 33, as it opened its doors just half a year after his passing. However, because the club also offered single memberships, very wealthy individuals could buy themselves entrance to this exclusive space. It's hard to know the exact details of Club 33, because the mystery surrounding it is part of its allure. And the reported cost of getting one's foot in the door is an excessive price. The initiation fee is supposedly somewhere between $25,000 and $50,000. Even so, once you become a member, you still have to pay an annual fee, and this can reach up to $30,000. With price points like these, it's no wonder that members are confined to an elite group of corporations and celebrities. According to rumors, some say that Tom Hanks, Holly Madison, and Rebel Wilson are members. Yet even those who are more than willing to pay the number on the price tag might have to wait in line to get their hands on a membership. In 2007, the waitlist reached its limit. There were just too many people in line, so the club had no choice but to freeze the waitlist for a whopping 5 years. If you manage to become a lucky member of Club 33, you will be privy to the highest level of hospitality that Disney can offer. And like the rest of the park, there's something extremely magical about it. When you reach the reception area, you can cast your gaze on a special relic, a harpsichord once owned by Walt Disney's wife, Lillian. The interior of the club is designed by the New Orleans square architecture of the 19th century. The warm parquet floors are paired beautifully with the Baroque wallpaper. After passing the reception area, guests must pass through the Court of Angels, which is no longer available to the general public. After ascending the iron staircase here, you have two options for dining: Le Grand Salon or the Salon Nouveau. If you are not a member but a guest of a member, you will be permitted to dine at Club 33. To get the experience without paying thousands, you'll have to befriend a member, so that they can snag you a reservation. Of course, that's easier said than done. At the Salon Nouveau, the fare is as expensive as one might expect. Think $75 for a burger. On the other hand, at the restaurant next door, Le Grand Salon, things get even fancier. Le Grand Salon is an immaculate place to enjoy a meal. Their prefix is over $100 and has served up dishes such as saddle of lamb, steak tartare, and diverse scallops, though the menu is not set in stone. But while many Club 33 secrets have yet to be revealed, there's still another part of Walt Disney World that's even more difficult to gain access to. Even the biggest Walt Disney World fans likely haven't had the privilege of visiting the Cinderella Castle Suite, an apartment initially devised for the enjoyment of Walt Disney himself. Anytime he planned to visit Orlando, Florida, this would have been where he laid his head for the night. Unfortunately, though this suite was specifically made for Disney, he passed before he had the chance to stay in it. For almost 20 years, the space was used in different ways, as an office and storage area. However, in 2006, the suite finally had its moment in the sun. In 2006, the Year of a Million Dreams promo campaign dragged the long-forgotten suite into the spotlight. It officially transformed it into the Cinderella Suite. Disney offered it as an exclusive experience, with only a few lucky people getting the chance to stay there for just one night only. Following this campaign, the Cinderella Suite has become the rarest Disney experience. And unfortunately for those determined to book a stay there are only a few ways you can actually wriggle your way in. And it all comes down to chance. You might be thinking that the suite has a high price tag, but in truth, nobody can actually book a stay there. Supposedly, people have tried to bribe their way in, offering up as much as $40,000, but even the wealthiest can't pay their way into the exclusive bedchamber. So how have people managed to stay there? There are a few ways you might miraculously get to stay at the Cinderella Suite. The first being if you get your very own invitation. If you're not a celebrity though, you just might have to kiss your chances goodbye. Reportedly, famous folks like Tom Cruise, Kevin Jonas, and Mariah Carey were lucky enough to stay the night. That being said, if you really want in, there's still hope for you. Overall, the room is rarely open for use. But once in a blue moon, a promotion might present the suite as a special prize. These might include social media contests or charity events that auction off a spot on the guest list. Unfortunately, no tours have been made available to the public since 2007. But we can describe the stunning interiors for you. One might be surprised by the size of the suite, which is just 650 square feet. But though it might not be a massive accommodation, it is undoubtedly a gorgeous one. Drawing inspiration from 17th century French architecture, it has the look of a chateau, boasting glittering stained glass windows from the Cinderella story and coffered ceilings. Even getting to the suite itself offers up an Easter egg relating to Cinderella. Just before entering the elevator that will take you to the 4th floor, you can find a grandfather clock. And it just happens to be frozen at the telltale time of 11:59 p.m., just 1 minute before striking midnight. Upon arriving at the suite, you'll step through an elaborate foyer. Its floor made from delightful mosaic tiles. You'll also see some important objects on display, including Cinderella's famous glass slipper and a model of her pumpkin coach. Bathing in the Cinderella Suite is the peak of luxury. You can unwind in the spa tub and adjust the lighting to match your mood. Looking up is also very transportive, as the ceiling looks like the star-filled night sky. There are also scenes from the princess's story, illustrated through mosaics. The bedchambers' brown color scheme is so warm and cozy, and there are 2 lavish canopy beds. Their headboards decorated with Cinderella's royal crest. Boosting the ambience are an antique fireplace and a television disguised as a portrait of the princess herself. Allegedly, the celebrity guests who have stayed in the Cinderella Suite received a special parting gift. They got to take home their very own glass slipper. Though you may have to satisfy yourself with just knowing that the Cinderella Suite exists, there are a few other opportunities for curious visitors to explore other sections of the castle. You may not be able to sleep in Cinderella's suite, but if you make a reservation, you'll be able to dine at Cinderella's royal table. To make your way to the banquet hall for this experience, you'll have to climb the spiral staircase or ride up the elevator. And once you arrive, you'll get to eat at a restaurant like no other. Eating at Cinderella's royal table will be sure to awaken your inner child. Whether you're going for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the environment alone will take your breath away. The soaring archways, high ceiling, and detailed glass windows will be a feast for your eyes as you feast on your meal. So whether you're dining at Victoria and Albert's, hoping to snag a reservation at Club 33, or dreaming of the day you can sleep in Cinderella's Suite, know that Disney World can indeed cater to the very rich, the very lucky, or the very famous. but only some will be able to enjoy its most exclusive experiences. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more videos.